places around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the women's final here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon, BC. And if you haven't been to Vernon, BC, it's in beautiful British Columbia, and you know that because it's on their license plates. Jim Nix here with Terry Corbin to bring you this final in the women's side. Welcome, Terry. Neither one of us have been here this weekend, so it'll be a bit of a new experience as to what we've got here, but I expect to see pretty good conditions and a pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, Mahra Harris kind of comes into here with a round robin record of 2-2, and then she defeated Sheila Cowan 7-5 in an extra end to reach this final. Whereas Sarah Wark, she's kind of a veteran in the BC curling women's side, and she had a 3-1 record in the round robin. Then she defeated Kayla Wilson 8-6 to get her spot in the finals.
Yeah, I saw both teams 3-1, and I think Harris she beat Sheila Cowan, who was just sailing through this event, just basically 4-0, and not really having a close game. I don't think so. Good job for her. Should be interesting, and we learned some details about Mahra Harris this afternoon as well, which were kind of interesting. So,
very true. The daughter of Mike Harris here from Ontario, and broadcaster with Sportsnet.
That'd be a rival network, I guess. That'd be like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I like Mike Harris. Actually, I didn't know when he first started. But I like him. He doesn't mind having an opinion that's different than those guys on the ice, and I kind of like
for
that.
Sure.
I'm sort of a British announcer throwback. I like the British announcers because they have opinions, and if you like it, fine. If you don't like it, that's fine too. But they're going to have opinions.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I didn't know that this was his daughter, but he had on Facebook there is a pretty detailed trip out to BC where they were driving. So I had no idea that was because of his daughter.
Yeah, and I guess she goes to school there. She was a former junior champion a couple of years ago. We got from our guru owner and operator here, Jerry. He told us before the game, so it's nice to have that information as well to share with you.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think we are actually. I'm not sure what happened to that last shot. Just kicked it off, but maybe it was heavy. Nothing in the house. Anyway, that much we do know, and we'll figure out who has hammer here in a minute. We're just tiny little bit late getting started. So we have a lot of games on Curling Stadium this weekend, a lot of events. So the guys and girls on the production side have been super busy, and it's I'm sure it's been a challenge. I know nothing about that stuff, so I'm sure it's been a challenge just to be able to get it all together and off and running on time, and everything goes with that. So kudos to them for doing it, and we're happy to be here in Vernon, BC.
Yeah, and these are just draws to the button, Jim.
Yeah, I was wondering that when they kicked the last one off. So, yeah.
They didn't want to let the thrower know how bad that rock was.
Well, they sure make it look like it's real. Like this process here, I know what we do to draw to the button. I'm not so sure you could really tell that we were not playing. These guys are like, anyway, whatever. We'll watch the draw to the button, and we'll find out eventually who has hammer.
Who has hammer? That's right.
Exactly. Yep. In the meantime, these are great spiels. You watch the players here, and we haven't. Like I said, we haven't done a game from here, but I just know from all the other events we do is that you're going to see a whole lot of really good players that aren't maybe well known to you or I, and are sometimes really young and just trying to get into it. Sometimes, a little bit more seasoned veterans that are still happy to play in competitive spiels that maybe are just a tiny notch below, the top end stuff that we see on TV and all over the place. But I expect to see some really good shots, and you watch these girls throw even, and you're just like, well, they sure throw it like everybody else. So it'll be interesting. And we have a handshakes, so that gives it away. It's either over or just starting, and I'm pretty sure we're just getting going here.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know who has hammer though. To be honest, we will figure that out. And probably Kaylee, I think, is doing our game, and Kaylee will have a little check, put a little check mark hammer up there for us, so we can cheat and find out from that for
Yeah,
us
I
and
do.
for you watching.
Yeah, I do.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the women's final here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in beautiful Vernon, BC. My name's Jim Nix. I'm going to be joined by Terry Corbin, who's going to bring us a wealth of knowledge and interlock to the what's going on the ice and off the ice. Hello, Terry. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Pretty good. And I guess we should start by telling people who's actually playing in this women's final.
That's right.
Yeah, take her away.
So we have Mahra Harris, who um, through the round robin had a 2-2 record, and then in the semifinals defeated Sheila Cowan 7-5 in an extra end, and Sarah Wark, who was 3-1 during the round robin, and she defeated Kayla Wilson 8-6 in the semifinals.
Yeah, a couple close semifinal games. That's always good. And we were just
Yeah,
chatting before we came on the air about these teams and this type of bonspiel, which is hosting a lot of really good curling teams, but teams that are maybe not front and center at the national level just yet. Some will get
correct.
there, and some are kind of not, are not there anymore, but are still wanting to play competitively and against teams of equal caliber. And it's kind of interesting because everybody still looks like a great player out here when I watch them throw.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we are
Ex-
early here, and who's got hammer here, Terry? We've got Harris is throwing yellow, and she's going to be
Yeah,
throwing now. So
yeah.
not her, I guess.
I think we decide. Yeah, I think we decided that Sarah was the team that had the hammer.
Okay, perfect. So we got a little bit of probably fairly open early in the game here. It's a couple rocks in the house already naturally, but expect to see probably a first end or two be a little bit open, Terry. I think that's probably a good guess.
Yeah, that the clock's going nutty there in the background. That was kind of distracting, but
Yeah.
doesn't take much to distract me.
No, no, fairly. No, you won't know. You'll be on and off. You'll be wondering if you ate lunch or you got to go
That's
have
right.
lunch. Anyway, it's
Dear.
12:46 somewhere apparently because it's down here where I am. It's 4:46, and where you are, it's probably 3:46. Yeah,
3:46. Correct.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Fun spill going on not too far from your place, Terry, in
Correct.
Toronto this weekend. The Stu Cells, which we are
Two
also covering
cells.
here on Curling Stadium.
Yeah, and there's that's just such a friendly, outgoing club. Certainly been down to that rink many times, and some women's action and some men's action going on. So
Yeah, they have a big. It's actually quite a big bonspiel, isn't it? It's 24 men's
yes,
teams, 21 for women's teams, and it's a curling and tennis club, which is certainly not a combination we see often. And my daughter played there for about a year when she was in university and at what was Ryerson at that time. Now I
right, yeah.
Metropolitan, so lives not too far away. Walked by it one day just by mistake. I didn't know it was there, and all of a sudden I saw it. So
Oh, is that right?
yeah, yeah. So attempted double there. It was didn't quite make the double. Did hit and stay, and we're now looking at a race takeout by the Harris team. Harris. And if they can hold it, she'll be good. If not, she's going to get a piece, will be enough, and it will. So, a pretty good shot for early in the game.
Yes, and we were talking a little bit off air about this Harris team, and uh, the skip Mahra Harris is the daughter of Mike Harris, who um, most people would be familiar with if you curled in Ontario, and if not, you might be familiar with his um, commentary at on Sportsnet.
Yeah, for sure. I was stuck when we were chatting. I said I actually like Mike's commentary because he kind of has an opinion and doesn't afraid to
Hmm.
express it. And I always liked that when I watched. Not that I watch a lot of British soccer, but British football, but I have watched some, and certainly in the announcers and any sport in Britain are very opinionated. They don't really care if you agree or disagree. They're going to tell you what they think. So I always find that interesting because I find sometimes here with, particularly in sports that have home teams, the announcers can be very home team oriented and are hard to get a real honest opinion sometimes out of. But anyway, it's all fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
true, true.
And we don't care if they're home team as long as the Jays win again today. So
That's right.
that's right. Yeah.
That was quite a spanking they
It, it
put on yesterday.
it was. I was nervous going into the game. I'm still nervous. I still think the Yankees team is so strong hitting, and the Jays hopefully will keep up the good work and hit the ball well because they're going to need it against the Yankees. They're not going to score only one run every game. That's for sure.
No, true.
So Harris trying to draw the open side here, and she's going to be hard pressed to get it there, but they might squeak it on. Would be good. I don't know if quite made it. Didn't quite make it. So gives Wark a chance to duck around the corner guard. Yeah, apparently Mara was Mike's daughter. Mara was just a lead stone a couple of years ago on a junior team out of
Hmm.
BC, junior champs out of BC, and she's moving up the ranks fast. She's skipping now at this level, and no surprise. Quite often when you have a father a father or mother that plays at this level and skips, it's kind of a little bit built into the genes sometimes. So
You got that right.
the intern coming around the corner, attempt to set up a deuce here for Team Wark. This would be Steph Jackson Bayer playing third for
Hmm.
Wark. And a very nice shot. A little deep, but still a nice shot. Harris looking at whether to come around here and try to hit on the out turn or just draw down. Anytime we say the word just draw, Terry, it's right in your wheelhouse. So you like this call, I'm sure. Even without hammer, you might like this call.
Oh my gosh, I got a reputation already.
Well, the thing is, too, you've got some converts on your side now. Dave Schmell, one of our colleagues here on the channel, and certainly tends to go to the draw shot more often than he did before he started commentating with you. So you're doing a good job if you have a little bit of a following. I figure you have at least a following of one.
Okay. There you go.
This one is pretty wide. I think she got this out there a long ways. It's going to be hard pressed to curl
Yeah.
over to where they're trying to get to. Might be light, but
Well, I don't think. Oh, it as it slows down, it obviously takes more of a curl. But the games that I've done this weekend up to now, I mean, The ice has been really good. Lots of late finish, and over at Stu Sells, they we got word that they touched the rocks up a bit, and uh, boy oh boy, did they have a nice grab to them today.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a game there today. I should have popped on and watched one, I guess, but we had a little bit of company and somewhere in there I'm supposed to do some work, so I
Ah,
didn't get to watch any. But when I heard that, I thought, well, thought two things. I thought a little odd that they did that today, but or last night, but yeah, it would have been fun to see at least. So
hmm.
sneaking this one by, great shot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Team Harris definitely in some trouble here now. Would you still go draw here, Terry, or would you be thinking pretty hard about maybe playing the
Yeah,
short run back
yeah, I would. I mean,
first
out the
stand?
hammer, as long as you hit it on the high side, you should be okay. If you nut it, I mean, you got it covered, and I think it's a real tough draw. But I mean, I mean, as they say, uh, like father, like daughter. I think Mike would be running down the hack to get it behind cover.
Yeah, for sure. He shouldn't be all that busy today either. He should be able to have some input here somewhere along the way. Maybe we'll get him on here and tell us to not get us on here, but send us a note on their chat. Tell us what he thinks.
Hmm.
It's a little change of her mind here. Not surprising to me. It's and she may not have thought she had. And she might still play it, but she may not have thought she had as much of that yellow as she does.
Yeah,
So
I just think running this in early is probably the play.
yeah, I think so too. I think it's way too early to without hammer, especially to go to that draw and you could be looking at three or four if you're not careful. And
Hmm.
this one, if you make it good, you're going to have one in there buried. And if you even don't make it quite good, she's only going to have one in, and you're going to be sitting probably with a guard somewhere. So lots better opportunities than
Hmm.
playing that draw. You don't want to talk about missing shots all the time, but sometimes you got to be a realist, I think, in that first end, especially.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I mean, I think too that that is one of kind of the variables that dictates the shot too. I mean, it's a final, you don't want to be
yeah.
dropping three or potentially four in the first end. And I think playing this shot, I mean, like I said, I think she's playing the out turn, so it means that she can hit it low. You're bound to get one of those blue counters.
They've been playing here all weekend, and we haven't been here, so I assume that she'll have a much better read than what we would think. But I'll tell you what, she's got no ice. Like she's going to throw this
Hmm.
got to be out throwing this very hard. It looks pretty good, I think. Looks really good, actually.
Definitely,
Comes
definitely
up a
good.
little bit more. Whoa, got a little unlucky.
Oh,
They lost it a bit at the end, Terry.
hmm. Could have stayed on that, wouldn't have hurt it, but
No.
um,
Nice throw, though. Nice effort.
yeah,
Those are the little things, though. That's the difference. And she's obviously relatively new in the house. I don't know what she did last year, but if she was only a junior at playing lead 2 years ago, she's hasn't got a wealth of experience in the house. So, and maybe the rest of her team's in the boat the same boat. So, it takes a little while to kind of learn some of those things and understand the sweep calls and understand the importance of, you know, being taking that 100%, not just like 90% on the call and kind of just coming off it at the end, letting it curl, but
hmm,
that extra inch, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah, for sure.
hard to do sometimes. So Sarah Wark with still a chance to manufacture a deuce here.
Yeah, still, I mean, if all things being equal, three's still in play.
Yeah, it is for sure. Yeah. How deep does she want to go on this, Terry?
Well, I mean, I don't think you want to leave it too short, but I don't think you want to get it to the T line either. I mean, as we say, top four, I think would be ideal.
There is a ton of curl here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
and they're
not
not
getting
getting
by.
this by. Yeah.
So just more, probably just a little light more than anything. A little more weight might have pulled it off. But
Hmm.
so Harris now with a little bit of a chance of
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to bet that they could probably throw that out turn down to the blue rock counter in the back of the 12, but this should be, given the draws to the button that they had in practice. I mean, they should know the ice here, probably know the weight as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's if you can get through that port, anywhere through that port, and you're going to be in pretty good shape if at no worse than a 4. So,
Hmm.
um, so Mara Harris with her final rock here in the first end. Mara from the island, from the city of Victoria, or now from the city of Victoria at least. When the intern come around. Threw a lot of weight on her first one, so didn't learn anything from the first one. She threw a heavyweight takeout.
Yes.
You don't want to have to sweep this one if you don't. If you don't have to, this looks pretty good. Will snake by. It will. Whew, just, but it was a touch heavy. Yeah, and through the house.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, missed opportunity for sure. You know, what you did learn from that is probably didn't have enough ice anyway. Like, she
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
barely made it by the guard. That's a lot of curl. And surprisingly to me, at least, Sarah's taking almost that same ice. I would think I would be tending to take another couple
A
of
little.
inches,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I mean, Sarah um, Wark has been around the curling scene for a while. I remember her name from several years back. So she's late 30s, I believe.
And that's pretty young, I think, isn't it, Terry?
For yeah, for
just
you and I,
yeah,
yes.
it's just getting started in the game here. This woman, yeah. No, I hear you. Well, she certainly got out to the broom. She might have taken a little extra here. Going to try to move it now.
This needs to curl big
Yeah, it
time.
really does. So, oh, this could be a score of 1
Ooh.
yellow yet. So you bump it hard enough.
Oh my lord. You've gone from hanging a deuce
Ooh,
to giving up one.
that is a painful shot. That one for sure.
Yes, yes.
You know, I got to say though, I would have thought she was okay. I knew she was wide letting go, but I would have thought she was okay. So we'll take a short break and be back for end number 2 right after this.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
So we're back for end number two. Very unexpected finish to that first end, Terry.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you never you never want to be sitting one and when it's and drawn for two and when it's all over you're giving the opponent your opponent a score of one, that which is what happened there. I mean, you and I were just talking off air. I mean, she took what we thought was adequate ice, and she might have just in outed it. We're not quite sure, but that thing just tracked and tracked and tracked, and despite all attempts to carve it over, didn't, and raised the yellow Harris rock in for a score of one. So she's gonna have the hammer, Sarah teamwork, but she would have preferred to score two, and I'm sure give the hammer to Mara Harris's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's interesting. It'll be interesting if we get a chance to see what it does out there later on, because
Yeah,
even no matter what she did out there, you would have figured she'd get some curl, and she wasn't very heavy. She just bumped it. She was probably T line maybe, and didn't
yeah,
even get to the fade. Didn't even get to the nose of it, and it wasn't.
no,
She didn't throw it on the other sheet. So anyway, you're right. She has hammer again, and she can make something work a little better. She had an opportunity there to get a couple, so we'll see if she can do that again.
yes. This is MLS.
Yeah, good hit there.
Good hit and stay, yeah.
I'll bring up second stone for Team Harris. Is second stone Sasha Wilson. Well, the one thing we do know, Terry, is that the clock is actually keeping the right time, despite the fact it doesn't seems a little shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a nice soft weight hit here for Sasha Wilson, and she will have no trouble with that. Right on the nose.
That's better, Sarah. Let's go. No, Sarah. Let's go.
So the hit and roll here for Jade Merkel, I guess, is second stone for Wark.
Mhm.
Jade settles in.
I just love to see the rocks in play. It makes
Yeah.
for a more dynamic game
Yeah.
as a viewer. Gotta admit that when I'm playing, I sometimes don't always want a lot of rocks in play.
Yeah. Yeah. Get that over behind the guard. Not quite, but nice attempt.
Yeah, good
Got a
attempt.
little bit of it maybe behind the guard there. So
Looks like might be edge on edge.
yeah. Certainly enough room to hit it on the inside, make the roll if you want that. And I don't know why you wouldn't, but I wouldn't spend too much energy trying to make sure of it. Hit and stay anywhere here is probably about a decent result.
Yeah, and I saw earlier today in the Points Bet Invitational, the team of Rachel Homan, who owns that invitational spiel, won again by defeating Homan, or by defeating Brown. Sorry, Homan defeating Brown 6-2. I don't think she's lost a game in that spiel in 3 years.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it yet. So.
Oh, I hope I didn't spoil it for
that's,
you.
You know what? I probably wouldn't get around to it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Corinne Brown from out here, actually. So
Yeah.
BC, and
well, that's why I mentioned it, because
yeah.
I mean we're in beautiful BC here, and
That's right.
this is they had a lot of BC teams, and certainly from the men's curling side. I mean, Jim Cotter was a staple there, but I was actually looking for Jim's daughter as playing out here, but I don't. Maybe she was. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I never thought to look at that actually. This one's pretty heavy.
Yeah, this is motoring, as they say.
Yeah, and it'll slide out the back with a good chance now for Harris to duck around the corner. Harris with a 1-0 lead. Sort of a half corner, half center guard here. So always sometimes a tough decision. Should I go around this or not? But I don't really, with your down to 4 rocks remaining, I think makes perfect sense to me anyways.
Yeah, yeah. You were saying earlier when we were off the air that Mara Harris, who defeated Sheila Cowan in an extra end today, that you were saying that the Sheila Cowan team was 4-0 and marched through the round robin and won her semifinal game 5-2 before, or sorry, her
Quarterfinal, yeah.
quarterfinal.
Yeah.
I don't even, might not even been a
Yeah.
quarterfinal, but
Yeah, I think 5-2 was maybe her last qualifying game, and that was
yeah,
the closest game she had by a long shot. So
yeah,
she won a couple games by many points, double digit
yeah.
type leads. And I expected them, to be honest, I didn't know any of these teams, but I expected to see her name in the final when I turned it on today to see who was playing. And I was a bit surprised that she'd lost to a team that was 2-2 in the round robin. So
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call that, the preliminary round. So
Yep.
but yeah, so I have to assume the Cowan team's pretty strong, and the girls must have played quite well to beat her. So,
Always feels good knocking off those undefeated teams.
yeah, yeah. Girls are working hard on this. They need to go pretty good to get this a little bit more buried if they can. And it'll be not bad.
No?
Gettable, as they say, or as I say anyway. Certainly gettable, but
That clock would drive me nuts.
yeah, you're right, I think. It's bright enough too. It'd be hard to
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you couldn't not notice it.
Yeah, I mean, there's being focused, and then there's being zombie-like or something to not see that. So
Yeah.
Meredith Cole now for Team Harris, trying to deliver a little hit and stick here.
Yeah, they're gonna
Maybe
definitely hit it. I mean,
she'd got to be careful where she hits it. She's going to get across it. She will.
yep.
That's very nicely done, and nice call as well. Sarah Wark now is trying to figure out how to get take this out and stay maybe behind the guard. I think there's probably enough room, Terry, to flop in
Yeah, I think so. I mean, weight dependent for sure.
Yeah. Steph Jackson Bayer. It's got to curl a mile. She might have to settle for hitting it out the other side.
Maybe make the.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I was gonna say maybe make the double.
Yeah, it's one of those that you probably should look at. If for anybody that's out there, kind of trying to learn how to be in the house, you might want to look at that to make sure that if that occurs, you have an idea, because it's hard to know if all of a sudden the first time you think about that is 3/4 of the way down the sheet. So she might have been able. Yeah, you're right. She might have been able. She didn't have a ton of weight, but she might have been able to get both of them, or at least come close to getting both of them. So at least be aware. It doesn't mean you're always going to be able to pull that off, plan B sort of thing, but
That's true.
as long as you're thinking about it and aware of it, then you always have a chance. So, but Harris still in a good position here to maybe pick up a 2. Her first rock here in the second end. She's a bit of a beneficiary of 1 in the first end, so. Oh,
Yeah,
she's
was she
doesn't
ever-
have hammer here. I forgot
No.
about that. I got mixed up again.
That's okay. We were talking this morning, and yesterday I did the same thing. I thought the one team had the hammer and they didn't, and then of course Dave did it today. So
Yeah. So you're even.
yep.
You'll be watching this game probably just so you can maybe get a lead.
No.
Yeah.
He's busy. He's busy.
All right. Yeah, I guess. Oh, okay. Slides it by. A little bit of a risk of jam there. It didn't happen. So
Yeah.
Sasha Work now with a chance to get to with the hammer. Always good to do know which if you have the hammer or not. So
Yeah, she'd like to get this down, maybe just top four. I mean, she certainly wants to keep it above the tee line, but she also wants to make sure she doesn't leave the rock where it can be actually used as a quasi guard
that's right.
for Mahra to go around. The girls are just kind of keeping it clean right now, and
Line looks pretty good.
14-4. Yeah,
14.4. That's pretty nice speed. That's probably makes it about 15 seconds or so for draw. That's nice. A little heavy.
yeah.
That's a little quicker than I saw in the games I did yesterday from Stu Sells. Looked like it was about 14 and a half.
Yeah.
So Harris now with her final stone here. Looking to remove this first. Hopefully stick around so you can force Wark to make one for on her last shot. But plan A, get rid of that blue one.
Yeah, that's just Sarah, just like uh, to what is it? What's Dave saying? A smidge off. Um,
Yeah. No,
you
he has
know,
some other word, but I don't know
oh
what it is. It's like
yeah,
Polish or something. Yeah.
scooch, a scorch.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Something like that. Yeah. Scooch. That might be it.
But yeah, just if that's another foot uh, lighter and
Yeah.
curls just that extra little bit, and
Working this one over. She should be okay and should stay, I think. And
yep,
she will. So very nicely done. Dead even. Don't have much choice but just draw here. Sarah Wark from Abbotsford, BC, which
yeah,
I don't know where that is either, but I don't know where
north
much is in BC. That's I'm
north
only
of Vancouver.
yeah, okay. I've been to Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver a couple times. I've been to Victoria,
Yeah.
I guess once, but other than that, I haven't really been too much in too many places around BC.
Well, you'd expect this to be close. She just threw it, but it's also critical that she gets her one here and heads to the third end.
That's right. No panic anywhere here, and nobody doing much here, and nobody signaling
Ah,
saying it's heavy, so it should be close.
well, we've just got a
Now you
signal
get a
that it's
little
heavy.
signal, yeah.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be good if it's heavy because it's going towards that hole. If it is,
it's heavy. Yeah,
oh, gonna be a mess. Tough shot for Sarah Work. That's a tough steal of two. Pretty easy shot, but she will end up trailing here 3-0 after two ends of play here at the Prestige Hotel and Resort Curling Classic, and we'll be back right after the break.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
So back for third in action here at the Prestige Hotels and Resort Curling Classic in Vernon, BC, where Mahra Harris holds a 3-0 lead over Sarah Wark. Terry, not much to say about the last end. Not an end you would expect to have seen a steal of 2 for sure.
No, this game's gone sideways right from the get-go for teamwork. Sarah raised a Harris rock in for the first point of the game in the first end, and then she's just heavy on a draw, which she just threw. So you didn't really expect heavy to be in the cards, and that was not close, Jim. That was not
No,
close.
no. And really, there was no. Sometimes you get caught on that idea there might have been some backing, and really there'd be no reason for her to expect there would have been backing on that shot. So, but anyway, it's early. One good thing about it, like they always say, if
That's
you're going to
right.
get down early because it's a lot easier to come back with 6 ends to play than it is with 2. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So you're down 3-0, but couple. Be sure to score here and hopefully score a couple, and you'll be right back in a game. So, got one corner
Yeah,
guard
I
to work with. Yeah.
I think that's the key. I mean, when you um, don't start like you wanted to, and really Wark has had the hammer for 2 ends. So I always know that when we were playing and we gave up 2 steals, it was like, let's get rid of this bloody hammer.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Yeah. 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 Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it feels like it does. And sometimes it
Yeah.
works. That's the scary part. Sometimes it does work.
Well, that's it, right? I mean, like I say, sometimes you just gotta change it up a bit, and
Yeah.
getting rid of the hammer is definitely changing it up.
Yeah. Well, it does 2 things. It gets you back in the game or it gets you home early, one of the 2. So,
Yep, and I'm
um,
always good for that.
yeah, if I'm going to
Why
get, yeah,
why
if you're going
prolong the agony?
yeah, if you're going to send me home early. Yeah. Yeah. So just a guard going up for Team Harris here. Try to just somewhere around the top of the 12 foot, bite the 12 or be a little short. Somewhere in there will be good. And this looks pretty good. Sweepers working pretty hard to get it to do really nothing. But chance for Wark now to play a hit and a roll. Not a bad chance here to make a roll. It's only about a 3-foot roll, and you got a couple of staggered guards over there. So if you ever make this one, you'll have one in there pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And they really do need somebody to do something good here. So
Yeah.
let's see how Jade gets along. Jade Merkel. Ooh, it's signaling a little heavy, and that's not good because it's going to have to curl way more than I think it's going to, and not going to hit anything, I don't think, and she will not. I don't know if she was wide or if it was just too much ice for that weight, or too much weight for that ice rather, or whatever. But
Yeah, this teamwork is really struggling right now.
yeah, they really are. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a lot of sports. Sometimes you got to say you can't do any more than you can do. So even on that shot there where you might be thinking there's a couple of rocks, you might be able to make a double. Heck, you might even make a triple, whatever. But, just focus on the one shot and make sure you hit that one. That's not a very hard one to hit. It's right in the area that almost all curlers would love to throw, that in-turn takeout just off the center line. Pretty good spot. And that's just over through or through wide, one of the two. So anyway, it gives Harris a chance to really put on the pressure here now. There's going to be it's going to be a really difficult task for Wark to find a way in here in a minute.
Yeah.
This one's got to come up, but it's coming. Yeah, it looks pretty good, I think, Terry. Just about perfect, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, good throw.
So what do? Do you have to go after stuff,
Well,
I think?
yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's getting pretty crowded there. I mean, I don't know how much it curls on the outturn there. I mean, because that would be one option, play the outturn, draw down to it. I suppose another option would be playing the in-turn, draw in and around the yellows.
Yeah. I think I like the idea of running the top one, trying to make a couple of them. And at least on this shot, you're early enough in the end that if you try to go in there and you don't get in there well, it's going to be, even if you do get in there well, Harris might just say, okay, well, it's good. You're sitting one. We'll just guard it up. And that's all you're getting. Anyway, let's see how we go here. Nice outturn run back for Jade Merkel. Got to curl a little more.
Got to curl. Just got to curl.
Not going to get there. You better roll it off now.
No. Oh. Almost one of the worst things that could have happened.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't even think it was going to touch the back one, but it came really close. Yeah, it just has to come up another little bit, another inch or something, and she at least gets rid of that one, and the corner rolls to a little bit more even to the corner, opens up the stuff in the back. So game can be tough sometimes.
And cruel.
Yeah, that's the other word. Yeah, for sure. It was just another really nice tight guard attempt here. Maybe I guess she's looking at top four. I don't.
No, she called it right there, center line. Yeah.
Okay, I was looking at where she has the broom right now and thought maybe she was. That's a good shot.
Yeah, just seeing how that walked in there. I mean, so there is room definitely now that that's there was always room, but now that that's kind of overlapped, I mean, I might definitely think about going in and around.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd be thinking too. I think this shot is probably the one I'd be looking at for this one, but you can't, not anymore. After this one, it's like there's no question. And this one's got a curl too. Holy cow!
Yeah,
got to come a ton.
Yeah, you didn't really improve your situation at all. I mean, if you could have thrown that where you hit and rolled in behind those two corner guards, and that's a different story.
And that's what I was thinking, that might be possible. I don't know if they're just throwing them wide or if the ice just too much ice or what, Terry. I haven't quite got a sense of that. It's hard for us to tell that on here, but just that was, again, like that one got closer than the last one, but obviously the one that missed, or almost missed, but still not really anywhere near where you need to be to make that.
Yeah.
So Harris now with a chance to really pile on the pressure here with Meredith Cole. Third stone throwing a guard, center line guard, and she makes this. You might force Wark to look at that outturn, come around even.
Because this is over curling by the looks of it.
Well, that doesn't help Harris much if it does that. So, well,
you could.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe you don't have a choice. Only see about a half of that rock, I think. Cameras here are nicer spots, so that's good. Right down the line. Easier for us to see, but I don't know. If you're going to play the peel, do you try to make the double peel and roll everything away so that you open up that whole thing? Probably, eh?
Yeah,
if
I
you're going to
mean,
play it. Yeah.
well, you can't tell because of uh, the angles there. You can't tell if you could run that yellow one and miss the blue.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
sure.
close, real close.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to make it the other way, and I think this is a good shot.
Yeah.
Got to get it out of the way. It
The
does
only
stop your intern. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only problem is he just
Yeah.
cut off half the ice.
Yeah. Yeah, she had to hit a little thinner. Had to go curl by a little bit more. The end that looked like an odd turn for me for that shot. Anyway, I would have thrown the other way, but
Mm-hmm.
regardless, it was certainly makeable either way. But it's the good thing here for Wark is if she doesn't make this guard perfect, you're going to at least have one shot at getting out of this end, and whether that's coming through that hole and making some kind of a double, or if it's maybe she overcurls a little bit and you get a chance to come to that back one, which would be a better situation for her. But she should have something here, which I don't know if. What about the Ray? This is getting desperation mode here, but the raise on the two blues probably you can probably get it to the button, but you might not be able to get it to the other rock, which you would probably need or could use to help you.
Mm-hmm.
She may not have a choice by the time she gets through another shot or two.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah, I try not to lie on air. I just, it happens sometimes, but I try not to. Anyway, let me put it that way. So Harris looking for another guard attempt. I don't know exactly. This is tough to throw a guard across the face of that other one, I think, but she hasn't really played the other turn yet, I guess, so.
Yeah, we're gonna see here now. I mean, I think you want to make sure that you don't allow Team Wark to play that double and roll under.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though it's a short run, I mean.
Well, yeah, I think you're right though. It's the top yellow one is they could get a couple of them off, but you're still going to be short. This looks heavy to me, and
This
it might
is gonna,
even hit that
yeah,
guard.
tick.
Well, she probably got a little tiny bit more out of it than she deserved, but she definitely left this shot. It's hard, but it's there.
Yeah, there's really, I mean, you could try and play the double on the shot stone.
Yeah.
Or you could do what she initially called is try and play the double and the roll.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 3-0. I got to make something happen. I think I'm trying to go through the hole. Because the double on the top one, I agree with you. You could make that, and you could sit number 2 buried. You're not going to get rid of all 3 of them for sure, but you could be number 2 buried, which is good. But with only one more rock to come, I don't know if it's going to be enough. So I might be trying to go through the hole. What are you going to do? Are you going to just try and run the front one in, or are you going to try to go through that hole?
Probably trying to go through the hole.
Yeah.
The only problem with going through the hole is if you like just knows that, I mean, you leave Mahra with the same shot. But at this stage, like I said earlier, I'm just trying to get rid of the hammer. So therefore, I need to score one. Want to score one, and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Sarah, you're right. You could go through here, hit her in the nose, and leave the exact same shot for Mahra, but you need a little help here somewhere, and you got to make something that you feel good about, and so that might mean either shot, I guess. But if you feel good about this shot, boy, I would throw it in a minute. So take my chances on whether or not I don't get through the hole.
Ooh, she looked like
Maybe
she
a
got
little
that
light.
out.
Yeah, I think so. I think she got it out a long ways, I think.
Yeah.
Well, not a long ways, but got it. Well,
Well,
could have been worse.
It sure could have.
That wasn't as bad as we thought, though. I don't think, Terry. When we saw it, looked like she'd thrown it way out there. She only, just had to come out of an inch or so to make it through the port. So
Yeah.
makes Harris think a little here. I don't know how hard you have to think. I don't think you want to put it there.
No,
I think here you've got to guard the blue one in this shot.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't think you can really make a double and on the yellow ones. Like, even if she doesn't throw this rock, that would I guess it's definitely there for 2 if she didn't throw. But I mean, you're not gonna hurt yourself by covering the blue one.
No. So she'll look to take a little weight off of this one. The last one was definitely heavy. She definitely could take it all away here, basically, by if you corner froze the blue one right about where that R is. I think on the overhead, it'd make it awfully tough for Sarah Wark to score.
Yeah.
She'd have the outturn draw through the port, but it probably going to curl too far. But anyway, let's let her throw it first and see where it goes.
That's right.
Yeah. Looking to guard the blue stone. Looked a little bit tight on the release to me, but...
Yeah, to me too, but it looks like it's going to die here.
Don't think you want to sweep it.
Oh, she's a little heavy. Wow.
Well, she got number 3.
I was just gonna, things aren't going well, Lan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, it's not. You look at it and say, "Oh, we got a chance," but geez, you got to make a roll to not give up 2 here. She still might run the blue one back. Actually, I know it doesn't look like it makes sense, but it's probably might be the easiest way to get shot rock.
Well, I'm gonna play casino with Dave, and I'm gonna say she's playing the hit all day on the yellows.
Okay. I'll bet you a fake nickel she doesn't make it.
No, I'm not taking that bet because.
Well, come on, it's fake. It can't be. How much can you lose?
Well,
Yeah. Anyway, we shall see. Definitely gave her a chance though, and Sarah's due to make one. She throws too good a player not to turn this around a little bit here. And if you ever made this shot, you can certainly change the momentum a little bit in a hurry. Your team has got to be feeling much better if you can sneak out of here with a point. Not an easy shot, though.
I don't think you can make the triple, so.
No.
So I would
be able to make it with the run back, but it would be really difficult.
Yeah, I think you're giving up 2 all day.
So the sweeper's going hard. Will he get a bye? Got to get by, and she will. And that is a great shot by Sarah.
Wow.
An excellent curling shot. It's scary looking, but she made it perfect. And she will pick up a single here in the third end. She will give up the hammer, but like we said, maybe that's not such a bad thing as we go to end number 4 here at Vernon at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Back after this.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So back for end number 4 here in Vernon, and we're pleased to have you watching on Curling Stadium and encourage you to like and subscribe to our channel as it helps us bring curling across the country to you on most weekends. And this weekend, a lot of curling. So Terry, that last end looked like another disastrous end for Wark, and tell us how she managed to pull one off at the end of that.
Well, honestly, Jim, I don't know how she pulled it off.
Okay.
As you know, I didn't think she could make it. I thought she was giving up 2 all day, but she just got by that top one and was able to actually get an inside roll with her shooter, which got it to the top of the button, and that's a score of 1. And you know what? She couldn't be happier.
No. And we appreciate the fact that honest Terry Corbin told us that story, because most people would not have admitted that they didn't think that she could make that shot. So kudos to you for doing so. It was a really, I'll tell you what, it was a hard shot, to be honest. I was betting my fake nickel that she couldn't get it either. So, and she did everything perfect. There was no luck involved. She made it absolutely perfect. And maybe we'll have a chance now to change the momentum around a little bit here, which we've seen so many times in curling over the years because we're old. And it's, we'll see how it goes here, see what this end looks like. So
That's right. Like I say, it was that was a fantastic shot. Fantastic.
Yeah, as good as it gets for sure. Harris made a mistake, admittedly. She was heavy on her guard and sort of didn't set her up for it, but allowed her to have the opportunity for it. But still, it was like we said, we thinking if she doesn't even throw it, she's probably still going to have a heck of a hard time scoring. And
yeah.
But we move to this end, just down 2 now for Wark. No hammer. It's still a bit of a challenge to get back in here, but this one's going to hit the guard. Maybe remove it from play, which would make it remove from the free guard zone. Will go back.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember sometimes the free guard zone because we're so locked in on the no tick on the center now that you kind of forget sometimes that.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. Yeah. So a good opportunity for Wark here. Now, you probably got to take your time a little bit here and not get too tight and get rid of everything. So get another center guard up. Harris will be able to remove it, which will be at that point in the end where she can hit those guards. But just the same, center guard's a call here, I think. Hey, Terry, I think you got to go up front a few times probably before you ever come in again. So
yeah, I think so, Jim. I mean, what you need is some rocks to hide behind, and I think that given you're down 3-1, you can't be in a rush. Still lots of curling left. You score 1 here in 4. I mean, you're down 1, and again, you got to believe that momentum's on your side. But you got to execute. I mean, I don't know where she actually, or specifically called for that. But I think you needed to get that more over on closer to the center line.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you don't really have to guard against anything else. Even if you don't completely cover your rock, it's not really.
That's right.
Sometimes you gotta figure out what the other team's gonna do, and if they don't do it, you accept that. But I mean, she's gonna peel no matter what you do. You can leave a little hole. She's not going through the hole. She's gonna probably peel the center guard.
Yeah, this is really moving.
So we talked about maybe momentum switching a little bit here, and it was a little early to say it is, but certainly is trending in that direction, as they say these days.
Mm-hmm.
So Wark looking for another guard. This is kind of a bit of an awkward setup for Wark here. It's hard to say. Do you throw another center guard there, or do you come around something, or what do you do here, Terry? What are you thinking? What's your
Well,
call?
I think, that's in and around where you want to go, where she just touched. Because I think, ultimately, you've got that guard that's very high out there, and you can come around that one eventually, um, on the intern side.
Yeah. So we're down to the second stone for Sarah. Stephanie Jackson Bayer with this one hanging way out there. It seems like if you get out there far enough, it doesn't make that radical change swing, which sometimes we see in these events, where even no matter how far out you go, it will really hook really hard at the end. And I don't know if it's really doing that here, but
Yeah.
so Harris now look to remove this one because it's basically wide open, and hit and stay, roll to the other side and stay there. Split the house, should be in pretty good shape. Sasha Wilson. Nice throw. Sweepers just clean it up a little bit. Should be pretty good by the look of it. Got to make sure you get by. And she will. Didn't roll. She could have stood to get on that a little sooner and rolled a little further.
Yeah.
So Wark with the same sort of shot here. Nice control weight. And she may get a little roll. Will she get the little flop? And she will. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yep,
Very nicely done. And that was Steph Jackson Bayer. I think I gave her credit for the last shot, which was actually Jade Merkel that threw that one. So still get that, I think. It's, it's just nice, boardish kind of weight. And you can probably get away with it even a little more than that if you wanted to, but somewhere around board weight. Out turn. Meredith Cole, third stone for Harris. Nice rotation. Should be pretty good. So we were just holding it there. You could probably sweep this a little bit. No, couldn't. I guess it was not quite as good as I thought there. Staying right there would be pretty nice, so forces Wark probably to go after that. And she probably doesn't want to, but there's not quite enough out front to give you a good sense of bearing that she can't get at. So a little bit of a roll here for sure would be nice for Wark. This is where we saw earlier things didn't seem to move on. I don't even know if it was going this direction, but on draws that we're getting out there are little lightweight taps where it just didn't do much. So we'll see what this does. Looks like kind of might have the same effect. This isn't going to come up either. That's very interesting. We don't see that as much anymore where rocks will stay dead straight out there. They usually still have a little bit of finish, and they're not totally finishing out there. But regardless. So Harris with a chance to kind of come around.
Yeah, it's just now, I guess, a question of which way you want to come around. I mean,
what do you think?
I like the intern, but
I like the intern too. And how come?
Well, I like it because if I'm gonna miss it, I'm gonna miss it like on the high side, and
yeah,
I think
she can't
definitely over curl by the looks of things. But I think if you're playing that out turn, you can over curl it or B, under curl it. So both.
Okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm going intern, but I guess probably of that is just because we're, we don't. I don't see as much ice that curls like this
Yeah.
as. So here you could basically get it to where I think I would go the intern, so that if it didn't curl enough, it would show him or her the outside of the rock and not let them make a roll. But
Hmm.
probably this ice, you're probably better chance of getting out there coming this way than there is the other way. So
Yeah.
interesting. It's just interesting. And this one actually went quite a bit out, but allows a pretty good opportunity now for the hit and roll in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that was my point. Like, you can leave
Yeah.
it on the high side. You
Yeah.
can leave it on the low side. Even if you're buried, you're going to be able to get to it. Whereas if you're playing the intern, I thought, like you say, it stays a little straighter, um, and if I'm leaving it anywhere, it's where this rock got hit. This rock ended up.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sarah Wark now with her first in the fourth end here. Really needs to find a way out of this without giving up another two.
Yeah, unfortunately, that top yellow rock is a biter for her.
Yeah.
This looks
And make
pretty
sure you don't.
good.
Yeah. Trying to make it curl a little bit. I don't
Mhm.
know that it has to curl anymore. Maybe it does. Really close. Maybe she's not going to quite get over. It looked like that was going to get a little bit more movement, but good throw. Good attempt. So
Yeah.
Mahra Harris now with a chance to sit too. Terry, will you even try to bury this, or do you just roll
No,
open? Or yeah,
I'm rolling open.
yeah,
Like I said, that's such a high guard that I think you can get at it every way.
yeah.
Mara's pretty deliberate
Yeah, for sure.
in her preparation.
Ooh, this is going hard. This is going to be hard pressed to get by that guard. Will she sneak it by? She does.
Bye all day.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it ends up being a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good shot, but I'll tell you what, you never in a million years want to be planning on hitting that where you hit it, but it worked out. Sarah Wark does have a chance here, though, to get a hit and flop, and unfortunately, probably the only way it'll be in a real good spot is if it rolls behind the corner guard, and that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Going to roll the other way. As you mentioned, though, if she makes the roll this way, even if she's fully buried, it's probably, as we just really saw from Harris's last shot, it's probably something that she can dig out without too much trouble. But
Yeah, I think even if you're, dead straight behind it, I think it's gettable.
yeah,
First things first, though. I mean, she just wants to make sure she makes it. I don't think you have to yell harder, 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 harder.
yeah, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. She's going to be on the top one, I think. Will she? No.
No.
Oh, gee, whoa, that was so close to being really spectacular. I don't know, though. I don't know if she could get enough closer to.
No.
You could have got a half a rock roll behind that yellow, and that would have been pretty sweet. But nice shot, though.
Yes,
Sarah's
for
got to be
sure.
feeling a little better about the last 3 or 4 shots for her. She's thrown good
Yes.
shots, and they haven't all worked out, but she's at least in the neighborhood on them all, and
Hmm.
needs a bit of a break here though. Really doesn't want to give up two, but she might not yet. Harris has got to be a little bit concerned about making contact with the yellow, and sometimes, as you know, sometimes that means you throw it a little bit hard or a little bit out, and you don't hang around on this, which
Hmm.
would be at this point all that Sarah Wark could hope for, really.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like to say, Sarah's kind of got all her fingers crossed and her toes crunched and all that other stuff, hoping for a miss. But yeah, you definitely are hoping if you're going to give up a point, it's just one.
Yeah. So nice delivery. And sweeper indicating a little bit down. Got to stay close here.
Hmm.
Needs to curl a little bit.
She's got a lot of
She's
house to
gonna, yeah, she's going to
roll
hit it,
through.
but I don't think she's going to stay, Terry.
Well, she isn't.
And she will not. So a big break for Sarah Wark. She only gives up a single here, but for Harris, look at it from the positive side. You're up 4-1 after 4 ends of play, and you would have taken that for sure when you stepped on the ice before this final. So we will take a short break and be back for you the fifth end right after this.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So halfway done here in the final of the women's final of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic in Vernon, BC. And Terry Harris did score that end, but Wark has to be not unhappy with that 1 point.
Yeah, I think she should be kind of jumping up and down on the backboards, doing a little bit of a dance, because that really, in my opinion, if she makes the hit for two, I mean, you've now become deflated, in many respects, given the way the game has started, and just hasn't been able to get anything really going. So yeah, giving up one, that would have been a small victory.
Yeah, I agree. And now you're just down 3 and got to hammer back here in the fifth and got some work to do, but you've got a chance. 5-1, you probably, I guess, technically still have a chance, but it's a lot harder. Sounds a lot harder than 4-1. But
well, it is, because we see twos and threes scored all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And if you kind of just look at, you've got four ends left to play, second half of the game, you know, score two, give up one, score two, give up one, and you know,
Yeah.
now you're coming home in real good situation.
Yeah. So throwing up another corner, throwing two corners on the same side for Wark. Terry, I'm sure we've talked about this earlier the year or
Hmm.
whenever, maybe even last year, but what do you think about this double corner and when should you or shouldn't you use it, or do you use it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I guess personally I don't like it that much. However, in kind of a last end, I do tend to throw it if I, you know, if I need a deuce. But
Yeah.
no, I like both sides.
Yeah. I'm still, I just, I must be 1 year older than you or something because I'm still a little bit old school and like
Yeah.
the idea of the split corners, but I get it. And I get it at a certain level of play. Like I think, the level of play that the big dogs play, the real big dogs, and what they can do with the rock, I think this makes some sense. Um, but for most people, I think splitting those corners is better and safer to me. I think there's a better chance you won't give up a double peel somewhere to
Hmm.
somebody. So that's my thoughts, and I don't even know if it's right or wrong. I haven't got a clue, but it seems like we had everybody playing the double peels for about a year and a half there, and then now this year it's sort of a little bit mixed, other than today. Anyway, so Harris with another rock in the house, but the good news is that there's nothing really terribly well guarded, and Wark can have a chance to get behind her two corner guards, which probably takes a couple of shots to get rid of those corners and
Hmm.
get the outturn hit and roll here. This looks pretty good. Might be a little heavy to get the inside roll or outside roll, whichever way you want to call that.
Yeah.
Nope, she's going to be close, real close. Get it over there. Could have worked a little harder at making that move a bit, Terry, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Something they don't seem to really be doing much of, which they probably do. I mean, you don't have to make that one move much further to get the perfect roll, so might as well give it a
Hmm.
shot.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I mean, when you're down, I think you can be a little bit more aggressive on the line calls.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think you have to be, just because you just can't leave rocks just wide open all the time if you can possibly make
Hmm.
that not happen.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So Harris's team here is going to roll a little too far on this one. So down to third stones now. See what Sarah Wark plans on doing. Don't love hitting here, but
Yeah, me either.
it's always tough sometimes. Sometimes, you just got to kind of get back in the game. You don't want to play yourself out by getting too aggressive, but at the same time, do you want to be around and have a chance to win at the end or not? Sometimes is the way you got to look at it
Hmm.
and take a chance. But anyway, she makes this is good, but that looks like a lot of weight for a shot that I think you want to make the inside roll on.
Yeah.
Sweeper's trying to get it to move a little bit, and it will probably roll out. And it does. Yeah, so if you're going to play that shot, then I think as a team, you got to figure out what you're going to throw. And I don't think you can throw it that hard. I think you got to say, well, let's bring it down here, you guys. Even if we ever roll that way, we have to at least stay, because
Yep.
Harris will hit it. You stay anywhere there, and she's hitting it, which gets you away from this shot. Anyway,
Hmm.
that's just stuff you got to think about. And sometimes you think about it, but it just doesn't happen, right? Sometimes we
I
sit back
know.
here. I know. Sometimes I sit back here and say, well, we're not lit. We don't hear them, so we're not sure what they're talking about. But they may well have had all of that in mind. They just didn't actually do it, which is
Yep.
which you're all guilty of. But anyway,
Yeah, it's I mean, I know, as you know, when I'm coaching the kids, the juniors, um I try and preach that, when you're down, like, rocks are your friends. You can't afford to be rolling out of the rings on hits. So, I mean, you've really got to start playing things quiet, even if it's just, heavy draws. Like, uh, rocks are really your friend, and if you're gonna play these takeouts, I mean, you increase the chances of rolling out of the rings.
That's right.
So this one's gonna come down, and I mean, doesn't really help the situation.
No. I like this shot. I think it's tied. I mean, party is, well, we could clean up the front a little bit, probably get rid of both, but
Yeah.
somewhere you got to make something, and this is probably time to make it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I would have liked to have seen this shot on the last rock.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
You're down three. I mean, um, you've got to start generating some offense here, or at worst, making Team Harris throw some difficult shots. The shots that Team Harris is throwing right now are not difficult.
No. This looks really nice. If it doesn't bounce too much.
Yeah, it's going to
bounce. That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. That was almost a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, now it's just an open hit for Harrison.
Yeah, and it just seems that's the way the game has gone up to now for Team Wark, is they just can't get, kind of that perfect shot that they've called executed.
That's right. The cookie is not crumbling in your favor right now.
Yes, yes. And I mean, yes, these are routine shots. I mean,
yeah.
As much as, you still have to make them, I mean, the degree of difficulty is minimal.
That's right. Just let her go anywhere near the center line. You should be good. She looks pretty good. And she'll get to a little bit to the inside, which I don't know that was necessarily the best option.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you hit that on the outside and roll away, you'd be better off, wouldn't you, Terry?
Yeah, I think so too.
Would have made this shot a lot tougher. I mean, she threw
a little
a perfect
tougher,
shot. Yeah. Threw a perfect shot, but you actually made Wark's situation for her, despite you have another rock in there, better, because now she has more to work with than she would have if you had rolled away and just left her the cold draw to get blood. Yeah. So anyway, but she's got to make it. So Steph Jackson Bayer needs to make this one. Desperately needs to make it. Sweepers are going fairly hard. It looks pretty good. Got to get it there.
Yeah.
Got to get it there, girls.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah. And she did without the backing, actually. So it didn't really matter if that rock was there or not, Terry. Anyway, that was really nicely done. Like, part of me says it would have been better if it was dead on, but
yeah.
They're not really just thinking that right now, and it's hard. They didn't want to oversweep it and bounce it, have it roll away. So, but pretty darn good. Unfortunately, just Harris can take it all away here with this shot, but she's got to be perfect too. So.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of situations, you might see, teams certainly that are hit oriented, kind of take minimal ice and throw the high hard one and just get rid of that and turn the house over to your opposition to make that shot again. But
yeah, true enough.
Certainly an opportunity to, throw this right on the tee line and make it very, very difficult for Team Wark to remove it.
Girls on this right away. Now off a little bit. So it's got to be in the neighborhood, just judging by the sweepers here.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if this is the right weight, it's going to be really good. We thought the last one was really good. This is going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really difficult now for Wark, unfortunately. And that's as much as we raved about the last shot. That was the
Yeah.
problem with the last shot. It was just that
Yeah,
little bit deep.
exactly.
And it seemed like in today's game with the girls just struggling a little bit off and on that you probably would get away with that. But Myron made sure that they didn't get away with it.
That's
And
right.
really, I kind of think you might be running the front one here because I don't know that there's any way to get rid of that yellow rock without running that front one. And it might not be bad though. You know, if you ran the front, just hit it almost on the nose, you'd make everything. You'd be shot rock when you're done with probably your shooter being right there, wouldn't you, Terry? I think it wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, can you?
I don't know what else you do is the problem. It's
Well,
just,
yeah, that is the problem.
because you've come in there and tap that a little bit, I suppose, and be shot, and then she guards it, and then what do you do? Well, I don't know. There's not really much you can do. So
Yeah, I was just thinking, the way it curls there. I mean, can you get to the inside of that yellow one that was just thrown?
well, my short answer is no.
No. Okay.
But I don't think.
I like short answers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm only 5'3", so I'd stick with those short answers. Everything else goes over my head. Anyway, oh my God, it's a tough day. Anyway, it's I don't know. I think you can get to the nose of that rock with draw weight.
Yes.
I just don't think you can get to the nose of that rock with anything but draw weight, and I don't know that would really help you much. So I think this shot, if you do it perfect and hit it just slightly off nose, really slightly off nose,
Yep.
on that side, you could get rid of the yellows, both this one on the button and the one you're going to make contact with. You could be sitting one. Harris probably comes down, makes the same shot again, and you're no better off. But regardless, you can only do what you can do on one shot.
No, that's right. Yeah. You're only throwing one rock, so
yeah. It lines up. I mean, look, I know there's a little more space there. Yeah, there's a little more space there than it looks. Like the overhead shows you, there's a little more space than it looks on the long view, but it definitely lines up with a possibility that everything goes the right way for you. So Sarah Wark looking to get out of trouble here and maybe get two to climb her way back in this one. Right now, she finds herself in a bit of a pickle to even score, but this might be her one avenue to getting two here with this shot, or at least not giving up anything with this shot. So throwing an out turn, probably fairly good weight, and it looks like it's going to be fairly good weight. Ooh, don't want to be outside though. Got to be somewhere where you can use those brooms, and I don't know if it's going to throw enough. Just never got there. She just has that little pop out on the release, doesn't she, Terry, when she throws that extra weight for sure. Because really, it's all the difference on that shot. I think she had great weight for it. Just can't get it out there where it's not going to come back. But that one's out of the way now, so at least Harris has to do something to stop her from removing the yellow, and there are a couple of ways to get rid of that yellow right now. So if she guards it perfectly, you're probably going to see Wark play the slash on the blue that's out in front of the tee and get. I think, I don't know whatever the way you can get in there, so I think that's probably what you're going to do. Again, depending on where the guard is. If guard's long enough, you can come right through the port and take it out. But she puts it at somewhere up in the top of the biting the 8-foot or something. You might try the double. I don't know. She is going to have a shot at least on her last one to remove that rock, I think, and score. Whether it's one or two is a different story, but.
And the degree of difficulty is going to be anywhere from like 1 to 10.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah. Somewhere, if she falls over, the degree of difficulty is going to be between 1 and 10. But anyway. All right, here we go. Harris got the one on the way. She's trying to throw a guard of she's not 100% sure where. So she's talking there.
Yeah, just called it short.
And I don't know Looks like it could be really good for what she
Yeah.
wanted. Ooh, clean close to over curling. Yeah, now it's a tough call because now I don't know
Yeah.
for sure if you can sneak by there and get it or if you have to play the blue. I think you're still playing the angle run here. If there was an easy way to score one or a really hard way to score two here, even at this point in the game, you'd probably take your one. But the problem is there's no easy
Yes.
way to get one.
No,
And,
no, there
and
really isn't.
it might not even be possible to get one. So as a result, you're kind of forced in it. That's the only good thing about it. Sometimes when you have to decide between two shots, it'd be really nice if there really was only one. Even if it's harder, it's still you focus 100% on the shot and you're not
Hmm.
thinking in your mind whether or not you should be doing this or should be doing that or whatever. That's why I never got to be really good because I always had everything in my mind except for the shot I was throwing sometimes. It was nice in those 7 games of my life, though, that it all came together. Anyway, Sarah Wark with an angle raised takeout here to score potentially 2.
That's a much better
I
release,
thought
but
the exact same thing, Terry. She's going to be in the ballpark, got to curl a little more. And there, oh
oh,
no, that is so unlucky. Holy cow, what a great effort. She's just a hair from scoring 2 and instead gives up 2. And Harris will take a 6-1 lead after 5 ends of play. The girls are just looking at each other. We'll just give them a second to make sure they're going to keep playing. I'm sure they will at 6-1, probably play another end, but
uh,
no, maybe not. So they're going to call it a
yeah.
day. And Mahra Harris will be the winner of the 2025 Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic here in Vernon, BC. Terry, the better team in this one won for sure, but it would have been nice for Sarah to make that shot and get to play a couple more ends.
Well, I didn't know that she gave up 3. I thought she only gave up 2, but the
Uh,
scoreboard says 3.
I don't know where the third one was either. I figured it was only 2, but
But yeah, no, I mean this game just went sideways right from the word go when Sarah drawing for 2 in the very first end and looking for a quick 2-0 lead, tapped the Harris Rock in for 1, and yeah, it went downhill real quick after that. So, you know, you're hoping for a better final score wise, but it didn't happen that way. Congratulations to Team Harris and the entire rink of Mara Harris, Meredith Cole, Sasha Wilson, and Elizabeth Bowles. Well done, girls.
yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And on behalf of Terry, myself, and Kaylee on the production, we thank you for taking in this Curling Stadium production. We will be back for the men's final in a couple of hours. So please join us then, and we will see you next time on Curling Stadium.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.